Hi, I'm Alex,
And I'm Tim.
and this is Twinfluenced, our podcast with hot takes and unfiltered thoughts about everything pop culture and current.
Join us every Tuesday
And get Twinfluenced. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Twinfluenced. That was, of course, The Subway, which was just released last week, Thursday. And we've been waiting, Timmy and every Chapelhead and Pink Pony Girl has been waiting for this moment for so long.
Ever
It
since
just
she
be
performed it at the Gov Ball
at the Gov Ball.
last year.
Yes. I think it was longer than last year.
No, she's only been around since 2024, mainstreamly. Okay, let's get into it.
So we have a lot to say about it, and that's what we're going to start our episode of Twinfluence today. So thank you for joining us. Let's get into it.
So, let's start with our weekly obsession, which is the subway. Do you want to dive in to your
I thought you
obsession
said
with it?
this wasn't your obsession.
It's not, but we'll just dive into it. I don't know how else to get there.
So you felt like I didn't set it up good enough. You had to
No.
do your own setup for it.
You didn't.
Okay. Wow. Um, I've been listening to this song on repeat probably maybe 10 to 20 times a day every day since it's been released. And then I watched the video probably 3 to 5 times a day.
That's crazy. I have the only time I watched the video other than when it was released was today so that I can analyze it. And I probably listened to it twice a day, once on my way to work and then another on my way home. And that's probably it.
Well, I'm just constantly listening to music or a podcast, so I'm just constantly being stimulated and keeping my brain working and functioning and critically thinking. And so that's why I have more uh I think you could tell that I keep my brain more engaged, and maybe that's why I'm more on top of it than you are on this podcast.
Wow. But uh I keep seeing edits of it with that song. And I want to like every time I see an edit of something to that song when especially the she got away part, I want to repost it, but then it's like people are gonna think I'm a crazy person with how dumb some of these are and how niche they are. But it's like she got away, and sometimes she really just got away.
She do. I like the Target lady.
Yes, literally that one. Literally that.
She didn't get away, she was taken.
She got.
Yeah, she got. But so I will say
Ugh.
that when first time I watched the video, I was like, not sure what's happening here. I wasn't
I have a lot to
getting
say
it.
about what's happening in it.
But you're not gonna get it the first time you hear the song, but like the
No, you
third or
kind of
fourth
are.
time you listen, you're gonna really be like, wow, it's like nothing I've ever heard of before.
It's a very good music video, I felt. I thought it really has a lot of layers to it. And it
It
really
does,
shows like the heart of the song is about grief and longing for something
obviously.
that's never gonna happen. And I felt like she was very creative in showing that. Like with the long hair and
Well,
she's like
so
not
like she's been so obsessed with finding this lady on the subway that she's just like been living
right.
on the subway, and she doesn't even cut her hair, and she just walks around looking for this woman.
Right, and she's unable the long hair. I wrote that the long hair symbolizes she isn't taking care of herself and she's unable to move on and that her pain just continues to grow.
And it also
And
continues to hold her back because
yes, it
her
holds her back.
failure to take care of herself first continues to hold her back because like she
Yes.
gets out of the taxi and it yanks her back and then she's being
No,
dragged
literally.
back and all
Literally.
that and she's stepping on her hair and stuff.
And it gets dirtier over time and like
Yeah.
matted and tangled and she's living with like rats in her hair.
And um I think the part when she's in the tornado, I
That's
think
like
that
the
that was her before, right?
no, I think that's her finally accepting that it's not it's over. That's because like her
I
hair is
think that
short,
no, I
she's
think that
in like regular
no,
clothes,
no.
and she's like kind of like cathartic and smiling, but and she's like literally spiraling because it's like
No,
she
this is
knows
when she
she will
first
never get it.
no, this is when she first this is moments when she first met her because she's all like she's got a way. And she's so happy because she's like this girl I met, she has a way about her. And she's like all like thrilling around. And then,
No,
then when she has the long hair and she's sobbing in the fountain because she got away. And
no,
then the end is when is when she starts to move on, when she wakes up like from one of her other like delusions that she thinks she saw her. And then she's like, oh, I'm on the subway and there's no one here. And
right.
it's only at the end when she realizes
No,
time to move
no.
on.
The tornado doesn't symbolize before. It definitely symbolizes that the she's at the darkest part. She's like at the end of the tunnel, and a tornado symbolizes destruction, and she's literally spiraling because the tornado
The tornado is
spiral.
after they met, but before she got away.
No,
It's the
I don't
before
think
she got
so.
away. That's
I
the
think
destruction
it's
of it, of not being aware of what destruction is about to
I don't
hit you.
know. That's not I guess we disagree. I really think it's the
We
after.
clear.
It's when she realizes like this is it. Cause
That
she
doesn't make
that
sense because the song goes on after that part.
no, cause it comes back into frame. It comes back into frame with her in the water, her in the tornado, and her climbing
Her
the hair. And it's
climbing the
like
hair.
she's
And then the
drowning.
end.
She's
But then it goes,
climbing
that's,
something she'll never reach.
yeah,
And
I
then
get all that.
she's spiraling. Okay.
So where were we? We
I
disagree.
think we
Typical.
disagree. I think we should wrap it up with the subway there because we
Okay.
don't need to go back and forth for an hour about what it means. So, you guys, please watch the subway music video
Watch the
and
full
tell
thing
us what
and
you
tell
thought.
us
What
who is
does the
correct.
tornado scene represent?
Yes. By writing to us at twins at twinfluenced.net.
Yes.
Great.
Okay. Should we briefly get into my
So,
real weekly obsession?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I have been on like a superhero kick recently. I think because with Superman out, and then I just saw the Fantastic Four, and so
How
I'm
was
really
that?
in
Becca
my.
didn't like it.
She didn't like it.
Yeah.
She didn't say that to me.
Oh,
Wow, I didn't think it was as good as Superman. I will say that,
I love
but
Superman.
I thought it was still good.
I
I
watch
thought that
Superman fly away.
the real star was, of course, Sue Storm. She was serving cunt the whole time. There was a brief, diva down moment, but we all, she bounces back and, it is what it is. But
The
that's
whole
my
baby
weekly
thing.
obsession.
Okay. Now we're moving on to a bitch that got a lot to say about me in the press. Press, 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 press.
That
That,
was Miley Cyrus.
but see how I connected the two?
No.
Cardi don't need more press. That is, of
Okay.
course, Cardi B we're talking about. Because Cardi B has just been sued for Three charges. I didn't, so I tried to get the complaint. It's like lock or sealed or something. You can't access the complaint. I tried to get it, but I read articles about it instead. So there's three allegations: battery, assault, and emotional intentional infliction of emotional distress. This is a result of, if you know, you know, Cardi B threw a microphone at a woman at a concert and it hit her in the head, and she is alleging serious injuries, having to go to the hospital, and now she's like upset. Okay. So I think I'll start with my thoughts on this, and then we could go to you, okay?
Okay.
I think it
That's
that this
probably what would have happened anyway.
I think it's good that this suit is being brought because you don't have the right to throw things at people, Cardi B, and she has a history of throwing things at people. If you remember the shoe incident, the when Cardi B threw a shoe at Nicki Minaj.
Who the fuck cares?
So this is the thing. You can't keep throwing things at people, Cardi B. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you not grown up? Are you not a mother of three children?
I don't think it's three.
Whatever, two and a half. I don't know how many she has.
I think just
It's
two.
you can't be a grown ass woman and doing shit like this. And so she does deserve to be sued. And this woman is going to get money because that was extremely inappropriate. And the reason that I'm speculating, the reason that the police didn't press charges is because it's Cardi B. And they didn't want to deal with that because the injuries were probably, relatively speaking, not that big a deal. I know she's alleging it was bigger deal, but like I'm gonna speculate it probably wasn't that big a deal.
I'm
Even
gonna
though I'm pretty sure I
speculate
read
it
they had a
wasn't.
concussion, but I don't know.
Okay. Are you done?
I have a pre-planned rebuttal, but I am done.
A pre-planned rebuttal.
Yeah, because that's what you do in law
I
school. You
think
pre-plan your
that
rebuttal.
I don't know the extent of the injuries. Obviously, I don't condone violence, but I think that suing for emotional distress is kind of like that's just like code for I just want money. Unless it's like something that horrifically happened to you, what possible emotional stress could come from this like one incident? Like, yeah, it's an unfortunate incident, but like I would if like she had a debilitating condition as a result of this
So you don't
happening to
think
her.
people should sue or should be able to sue for emotional distress?
It depends on what happened to them and if
What
it
so
truly caused distress to their livelihood.
so what do you define as what happened? Where does the bar become so high?
So for so like in this case, let's say like she had the microphone thrown at her and she had a concussion, but and she continues to have like injury, like head like brain damage or whatever as a result of that. Then yeah, that would be like emotional distress.
But
Or
physical injury is not an element of emotional distress. You don't have to be physically injured to suffer emotional
no,
distress.
but like you don't, but it would depend on what it is. Like it's just so subjective, and it's like I really don't think that it would cause that much emotional distress.
Well, that's funny you say that because in 2020, what year was this? Yes, in 2022, Cardi B was awarded approximately, what is this? 1.2 plus 1.5 plus 1.3. So that's like 7, 8 million. Yeah. Wait. This is 5. This is She was awarded
Oh my
about 8
God.
million. Part of that was for intentional infliction of emotional distress against a blogger, a YouTube blogger. So you think that Cardi
But
B
see,
should
that ties into what?
return that $1.25 million?
But see, with this person, no one knows who she is. She's still anonymous. So it's not like she's probably receiving hate. No one knew who got the mic thrown at them or who threw the water.
So you're
But
saying Cardi B shouldn't have sued for intentional infliction of emotional distress in her last lawsuit and that she should return the money?
I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. I said emotional distress, it depends on what you're suing for and what happened to you.
You think words hurt more than a microphone in the face?
It depends on the words. It's ruins her reputation and it can ruin her livelihood. Getting a mic thrown at you, it could have consequences depending on what happened to you. But if it was just you got it thrown at you and then you move on, if nothing else happened,
But even that's not true because the internet was still talking about it, and even if they didn't know her personally, they still knew of her, and they were still she could still see that and know that they were talking about her and saying shit about her, and that could be emotionally distressful.
sure. But I just don't know. I feel like it's a money grab in general.
So you admit Cardi B does money grab lawsuits?
I would say most celebrities do.
That's all I had.
Great. Let's move on.
Okay.
What's next? The American Eagle ad?
Yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the American Eagle ad before I go in?
I thought it was fine.
You thought it was fine. Did you watch them all?
I didn't watch any of it.
You didn't watch any of them?
I saw genes are passed down from generation to generation, controlling things like hair color, something, and
Hair
even eye
color.
color. My
My
jeans are
jeans are
blue.
blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great jeans.
And then there's also the one where she's like, "Hey, my eyes are up here." And then there's also one where she's fixing a car. And but that one, the one when she's fixing the car is actually fine because she's not saying anything, and then it's just her wearing the jeans, and then they're like, Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. That one is innocent to me, and that's probably what it should have been. And then there's a weird audition one.
They're all innocent to me.
They're not innocent to me. This audition one, she's from Spokane, jump scare, and then
Spokane,
she,
Washington.
yeah, I heard that's like a KKK uh like headquarter or something.
Every town has a
Anyway,
KKK in it.
uh and then we get to the viral
Fact
my
check
jeans are
that.
blue. Uh I don't understand what your jeans have to do with GENE has to do with JEAN. I
Oh
don't
my
see,
god. It's just a play on words. And it's
but
about
it's
the fact that she's an
saying,
extremely attractive woman.
and it's just to me saying like this is the type of person we want to wear our jeans. And instead of saying our jeans are for everyone, which is what they tried to say later in their statement, but they didn't encompass that in the ad. In the ad, it's saying this is an example of the type of woman we like, and this is who we would
Are
want
you
to wear our
fucking oh
jeans.
my god.
That's how it comes
That's
off.
not a no it doesn't.
Yes.
It's just a hot girl wearing a good pair of jeans. And it's if you want
That's
to
what it
look
could
hot
have
like
been.
this, then you better wear these great jeans. Sydney
If
Sweeney
your
has these
eyes
great
aren't
jeans,
blue, they're not
GEANS. So you should also wear these GEANS jeans. They'll look great on you
not
too, because look how great they look on Sydney Sweeney, who looks great because she has great jeans on.
okay, Linda. Not everyone has blonde hair and blue eyes, and not everyone can get blonde hair and blue eyes.
It has nothing to do with blonde hair or blue eyes.
They said my jeans
First
are
of all,
blue.
there's two reasons they chose Sydney Sweeney, and it is not hair color or eye color. It is her left breast and her right breast.
That's
That's a
not the only
fact. You
one.
could look it up.
That's
And her
not the
tiny,
only
all right,
reason.
her tiny waist and her big breasts. That's why they picked Sydney Sweeney in the commercial.
And her blonde hair and her blue eyes.
So I have blonde hair. I look fantastic. You're saying I should have done the commercial?
They don't want you to
I
do the
agree.
commercial.
Let's see. Let's put it out there. H&M. Or not H&M.
H&M.
I just always shop there.
Okay,
American
but
Eagle.
then
I'll do your commercial.
did you see Dunkin' Donuts their ad? They also mentioned genetics. I don't see the I don't see the
No.
connection between a refresher and genetics. And I love Dunkin', but this
I
is
didn't.
missing the
It's a
mark.
TikTok ad. It's not a real commercial.
It's not just on TikTok.
I didn't see it. I saw
It,
some
it seems
loser
purposefully
comment.
antagonistic.
I saw some loser comment. Dunkin' Donuts supports eugenics on our
Yeah.
Dunkin'
I
Latte
wanted to
post.
respond to that and be like, this was they made that after we made this video. And I
I
still
wanted to
stand by
respond to that and
Dunkin's
say touch
products.
grass, but I decided to just not respond.
I mean, I'm not gonna boycott Dunkin' over this. I
I
just
would
think it
never. Dunkin' is such a solid foundation in my life, cemented in my being.
wonderful.
So I think you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and I think you're maybe just jealous because you don't look like Sydney Sweeney.
First of all, I'm not jealous. Second of all, I think that when I see go online who people of color go online and say we didn't like this ad, or white people who say we didn't like this ad, I take that in and I consider
When
it.
I
And then
see
I
people
took the
inserting
time
race
to
into a thing that has nothing to do with race, that's when I know to just tune out and stop paying attention because
I
they're
think it
just grasping at straws.
I don't think
It's
it's a
not a
grasp.
what when race is always on your mind, then
Everything
that
is
means you're the
intentional.
racist.
No. Molly
Yeah.
McFerguson says everything is intentional. People
It's
don't
in
just
no ways
put
a
out
promotion of
ads.
eugenics. That's fucking psycho. You're psycho. To think because you have a what is you right? What was the story you wanted to do, but we're not doing the blackface labubu, and you say in the year
Because
2020.
exactly, that's perfect segue to show that people are
You
getting too
think in the year
comfortable being racist
2025?
again.
No, you think that
I think
a
people are getting way
publicly
too
shared
comfortable.
company would outwardly promote eugenics in the year 2025. It's
They
not
got
promoting
people like you to defend them
because it's not promoting eugenics. It's not
because
about eugenics. It's absurd. It's about an attractive person wearing a good pair of jeans. That's literally point blank period. No one cried wolf when Beyonce did it less than a year
that was
ago.
a
She did the same thing. She had like revealing jean outfits on. She had the blonde hair. I don't think Beyonce has naturally blonde hair. No one
you're
cried wolf
purposefully
about
being
that.
you're purposefully missing the point.
I no. I think you're completely wrong, and I think everybody is wrong in grasping. They're trying to find. If you are looking for racism, you're gonna find it, but you're just making it up.
I think it's purposefully subtle. And it's not so subtle if you really notice it.
It's you're actually delusional.
I think that is the truth.
Well, that's not the truth. Again, you're delusional. You're making it up. And no one else agrees. The majority of Americans and people around the world, left and right, disagree.
How can you say that when you
Because
don't
I
even
see
know that to be
it.
true?
I see it on my Twitter.
Your Twitter is clearly biased, like how my Twitter is
And on
probably
TikTok.
biased. Clearly our algorithms are biased towards our perspectives.
I think you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and I'm not going to subject myself to your crazy beliefs. I would live in a world where people all get along and the color of your
That's
skin doesn't
fantasy
matter.
land.
Everybody likes each other no matter based on your attractive level. And the reason they hate it is because they want to see ugly people like on Calvin Klein ads. They are only happy at obese, ugly people advertising them because then they can look at them and laugh at them and be like, I look way better than this person. But they can't do that to people like Sydney Sweeney. So they get angry. And that's what this
Everyone,
is about.
please email us and let us know who is more delusional. Do you think it's more likely that people want to see ugly people in ads, or do you think it's more likely that this was about her race?
Let us know at twins at twinfluenced.net. All right, we're going to move on.
Thank God. Please take it.
So, I want to follow up from my episode a few weeks ago, which again, we were criticized for.
We,
Yeah, it was on our YouTube. We got a comment on YouTube.
but I'm not the one that said it.
Okay, and this person didn't even watch the video because I was very nice to Demi Lovato in the video. They didn't like the title,
I
but
know.
I asserted that Demi Lovato is clearly, and also they were completely dead wrong. Demi Lovato does not go by they, them anymore. She's a she, her. She has reversed herself on that. So maybe they should catch up on the times, stupid bitches. Demi Lovato, she took Ozempic, she grew her hair out again, and she looks, she's back to cool for the summer vibes. What was the other song she had? Cool for the summer, 2018. What else did she have out
Skyscraper.
that was before? That was like 20. Cool for the summer. Anyway, she's back in that era. She's back to normalcy. And as I asserted, I believe this is just because of ever since the frozen yogurt scandal really made her spiral to realize the mess of the life she was living. And she got on Ozempic and she built herself back to before as a direct result of that. And this has been proven to be true because last week, she went back to the frozen yogurt shop that she tried to get canceled because she didn't get the frozen yogurt. Remember? She didn't get the frozen yogurt she wanted. And she had a hard weekend, hard time the rest of her weekend.
I don't remember the reasoning behind the outburst. I just remember that it was a big thing that happened.
She didn't get the frozen yogurt she wanted, and she had a hard time the rest of the weekend. Which also, you go to the frozen yogurt shop, you pour your own frozen yogurt.
Yeah, most of
Have
them
you
I would think you do. And either way, you do usually choose your flavor, whether you're
right?
making it yourself or they're giving it to you. Like,
So, but she went back there and she was like promoting them. She was taking pictures with people. She got frozen yogurt. She was taking pictures with it. It was kind of like a redemption arc. And this is obviously, I think she has something coming out. I don't know what it is, a podcast, an album. I don't know.
I think an album or a pod. I think she already did the podcast, didn't she?
I don't know. So, and I'm bringing this up, all of this to say, I hope you are okay. And I'm once again was right, vindicated as usual.
Um, I don't know about vindicated, but I definitely think that she is on the better track of her life and that she hopefully has it together now. And I'm excited for her journey.
If a plane was on fire and you had to evacuate because it's actively on fire, and you had like your children with you, would you focus on grabbing your luggage or would you just focus on grabbing your children and leave your luggage behind? And there is a correct answer to this.
If I really had to choose between the two, I guess I would choose the children. But as someone who doesn't have children, I am definitely bringing my luggage with me off that
I don't
plane.
know. If the plane is actively on fire, I would be very, very mad if the people in front of me were grabbing their luggage and
If I
I
have
was
one
stuck in the back.
carry-on, if I
No,
have one
because
carry-on and a bag to put under the plane,
people
that
were
would not take up that
evacuating
much
from this
room.
plane so slowly. And I'm presuming it's because they were all pausing to grab their luggage. That's psycho to me. You could get your luggage when the plane is extinguished from the fire. Why do you have three kids in one arm while so you could pull your suitcase in the other? That's so psycho to me. That means you took the time to stand up, grab your luggage, and then walk off instead of dragging your kids off the fucking plane while it's on fire. This is the society we live in. We put materialistic items above the lives of people. Because not just your own children who you are like negligently putting below your own items, but what about every single person that has to wait for you to grab your shit before they can exit because you're in front of them, blocking the aisle, dragging your suitcase down? I think this is the society we live in, of selfish, materialistic society.
I mean, you can always have another child. The Louis Vuitton bag is one of a kind.
Ain't no Louis Vuitton bag on this flight. That's all I'll say about that. Now we're gonna move on to America's favorite segment, and that is love it or hate it. I
Okay.
didn't write mine down. Okay.
Love it or hate it, phishing emails.
Um, I hate it. Obviously,
I hate them too. And my work does these things where they will send out like test phishing emails. And I have failed two out of the three test phishing emails that I have been sent. And every time I click the link, it goes to it's called You're Gonna Love Training dot whatever. So it's like I feel tricked every time I fall for it.
I pulled the muscle laughing out.
Good.
I don't know what to say to that other than it doesn't surprise me. I have low expectations for you.
Oh wow.
I don't remember what my love it or hate it's were. I forgot to write them down. Oh, love it or hate it, the legalization of marijuana.
I don't smoke marijuana. And I mean I will say love it because I don't really care.
I hate it. It's not worth it because it just ruins the cities, it ruins the streets, and it ruins the society. It's step one of the denigration of a society because now everywhere smells like weed, and these police don't want to arrest them or do anything about it because it's like, well, it's legal, so it doesn't matter. Even though you're not supposed to be smoking it in public, you're supposed to like you're only allowed to do it in your privacy of your home. It's not like a so I hate it. I think we should go back to banning it. If
There's no
people can't
point in
do it right,
banning
no
it,
one's gonna do it at all. That's how I feel
but
about it.
they're gonna do it anyway. Is the thing. That's why it's like there's really no point. And all it does is just target the everyday
Then
person
they should
who
just maybe make smoking it illegal, and you can have the other stuff, but like not the actual smoking it because it's just too smelly and it's ruining the city. It's ruining the
The
city.
city,
It's ruining the
the
state.
city is gonna smell anyway.
It's ruining this country. And if you look at Colorado, people in Colorado are very dissatisfied with what's happened in their state.
What is happening?
It's a
I don't
denigration of the
actually don't
society.
want you to tell me. I actually regret asking you because I, for some reason, I forgot you're a psychotic person.
I'm not psychotic. I put the hot in psychotic.
Okay, love it or hate it. This is like a housewives online type of thing. When people say, "Oh, she must have something on her," in terms of like when they don't understand why two housewives are friends. Like, for example, Tamara and Heather or Margaret and Dolores.
I hate it. Like you just hate this one person, so you try and drag the other person down. But it's like some people just have friends. You don't have to understand a friendship.
I hate it too because the I think people give these housewives too much credit. I don't think anyone is blackmailing anyone. It makes
Well,
perfect
because they
sense to me
wouldn't keep
why Heather
anything
and
hush
Tamara.
hush. If anyone had dirt on anyone, it would immediately be exposed as a storyline.
Right. And I feel like for the specific example I saw that made this question was Heather and Tamara, but it makes sense that they're friends because they've known each other the longest of the group. So I don't question that.
That's yeah. It's clear like a friend by default. Like they don't like anybody else in the group because like Heather and Shannon have notoriously not gotten along. They like are more better like on a better page now, but like notoriously they really don't get along. They've never gotten along. Hello, remember I'm asking you to leave. Please leave my house. Remember that?
Yeah, that was like their first interaction.
And it's been like that ever since. And then like the Gina and Emily are always so nasty to Heather. Like they will
I
never
know.
be friends with Heather, even though she's like is really pretty kind to them all the time. And she they're just so nasty to her because they will never be her. So Heather's really stuck with Tamara. And Katie started her season off being like, I Heather
Okay.
snubbed me. So
We
why
don't
would
need
Heather
to
be friends
break
with her?
down. We don't need to break it down further. This isn't the recap,
It's not the recap, but I just get so passionate about it.
clearly.
I don't remember what my other ones were. Forgot to write them down, and if I try to look at them now, my video is gonna stop playing again, and you're gonna yell at me. So
Yeah, I will. Okay. Should we wrap it up then with that?
yeah, we'll wrap it there.
Love it or hate it, the subway.
I love it.
Ew.
The song, love it. The sandwich shop, love it. The
No, I
train,
hate
hate it.
the sandwich. Okay. Let's move on.
So now we're gonna pivot to another fan favorite, and that is moral dilemma. So I'm going to read the moral dilemma. Hey twins, longtime listeners, been here from the start. We have a moral dilemma, and we would love to get your take on it. We have a friend who is also our neighbor, and she sometimes makes mean and bitchy comments for no reason. She also talks shit about everyone in our group to each other behind our backs, like we really aren't going to tell each other. She's constantly buying gifts for everyone in the group, like she is trying to buy our friendship. Sometimes they're pretty expensive. Her husband is really nice and fun, and we all enjoy hanging out with him, but she usually ruins the vibe. A couple of us have called her out regarding the mean things she said to us, to other people in the group, and that usually ends with her and that person not speaking for a while, but she always weasels her way back in through her husband. How do we not be friends with her when she's our neighbor, living next door to one of us and three houses down from the other, or tell her to stop being a bitch? We don't want gifts. We just want her to be normal. Don't get us wrong, she's sometimes okay to hang out with. but lately it seems the bitchy comments are outweighing the fun times. Love this segment and your podcast. Can't wait to hear your advice. Thanks from Melissa and Leslie.
Okay. This is what I think they should
So,
do.
first, I think we need to preface this by saying we have no friends and we are major bitches. So, take that
Yeah.
with a grain of salt.
I think that you need to just kind of ice her out and just stop inviting. You can't cut off one and keep the other, unfortunately, because they are married. So
Yeah.
you kind of need to assess, is it worth hanging out with the husband, even though she's so intolerable? And so I think what you need to do is, if you decide that you do want to keep hanging out with the husband, you need to just put up with it and realize you're going to have to deal with her, and just be treat her like an acquaintance. Like, she's not your friend. You could be polite to her, but you don't need to really talk to her. And I think
So, I think, yeah,
otherwise you
just
just
like,
cut him out.
so yeah, I agree. Like, if you don't want to fuck with this bitch no more, then you can't fuck with her husband either. Because also, like, that puts him in a weird situation. He's not going to want to be, I don't think he's going to be willing to get a divorce over the friend group. So, like, you just would have to, like, ice him out too. But I think that, like, in terms of the neighbors thing, I wouldn't let that stop you from icing her out because I personally do not interact with my neighbors. I prefer to ignore them, a simple hello and walk away. If my neighbor starts talking to me, I really like, I start to sweat a little, like I get anxious about it. Like I do not
Oh
enjoy
my
that.
God. Yeah,
So I wouldn't let that stop you from icing her out.
I agree.
And
I
it
think
says,
that
what is it? She said she lives like three doors down, or what did it say? I don't think she
uh,
specified.
didn't it say that they were her neighbor or
Living
their
next door
neighbor?
to one of us and houses down from. So, let me
Yeah.
tell you a story, Melissa and Leslie. Growing up, we had this old man next to us, and he was a nice old man, but our mom hated him. And they would always argue, and they were beefing over this tree. Do you remember that? The tree in the pool?
The tree in the pool?
They had this tree that, and mom would get
I
mad that the leaves would fall in the pool, and she said that she took the bleach, the dry bleach, and she took it and she put it on the tree to kill it, and it
Oh,
died.
before this was
Yeah, I'm
when
talking about
she
like, oh yeah, like I'm talking about a long, long time ago.
I don't remember this at all.
I remember her saying that. So we had a beef with them, and it really didn't impact my life at all. And we had a beef with
They
people
never
across the
said
street, and
anything.
it didn't impact my life at all. And then we had another beef when
Oh, we had
we
too many
moved,
beefs.
and the old man was always so angry at us about our dogs. But that's just something you live with. You can't always get along with your neighbors, and that's okay. Like
And I
you
feel
don't
like
be afraid. And I have
we were the
stories even now
problem
being
most of the
here.
time.
We were the problem, and I continue to be the problem. And sometimes you just have to be the problem. That's my message to you. Be unapologetically you. That's what I think you need to do to solve this dilemma. Call a spade and a bitch and a cunt a cunt.
Consider this dilemma
Consider
solved.
it solved. All right. What time are you at?
I'm at 41 minutes, 42.
Do you want to squeeze in Twinner and Loser or what?
No.
All right. So be on the lookout for more great things. And If you want your moral dilemma solved, be sure to write in a moral dilemma at twinfluenced.net and we will solve it just like we solved Melissa and Leslie's dilemma. And I guess see you next time. We got some great things in the works for you guys at Twinfluence. We got a lot of things coming up and we're excited for you to see them. I've officially stopped. I'm all done moving, so I feel like I have a weight off of my shoulders finally.
Wonderful. Okay.
All right,
Goodbye.
goodbye. Bye.